everyone, how are you going? Karen Finnan here, physiotherapist and director of online.physio. So today we are continuing our series of Then and Now, where we compare injury management strategies from 1950 with what they are today. And we've been prompted in this process, of course, by the Universal Home Doctor, which is a health and medical manual that was published in 1950. So today we're up to the letter K and we're going to be talking about the knee. The knee. The movements of a normal knee are those of an ordinary hinge joint with a little additional movement made possible by the fact that the tibia is detached from the joint. Okay, so this is interesting. It says the tibia is detached from the joint. This doesn't make any sense at all. The tibia is a crucial and very locked in part of that knee joint. It's not detached at all. It does, although the knee joint hinges, the tibia does have a little bit of rotation ability, which is possibly what they're referring to, but make no mistake, the tibia is certainly not detached from the knee joint in any way. The knee is the most complicated joint in the body, and it is very difficult to get at it for treatment purposes. All right, so as a physio, this is not something I agree with, that the knee is the most complex joint in the body. Straight away, I would say that the shoulder joint is. It has much more range of movement and is a much less stable joint. So the knee is actually a really great joint to work with. It also says that it's difficult to get at for treatment purposes. Well, again, a lot of the structures around the knee are right near the surface and can be sort of poked and prodded to assess them. So in that sense, I don't agree either. As the knee is essential in our movements of walking and sitting, it's obvious that a small injury to it may cause a large amount of disability. So I get what they're saying here, but as a matter of fact, generally in the knee, mild is mild and severe is severe. So a mild injury won't have a dramatic impact on a person's walking or moving around. A severe injury will have a severe impact on your mobility, but I probably wouldn't quite agree with the fact that a small injury can cause a large amount of disability. I think it's proportional. Injury to the semilunar cartilage causes a great deal of pain and temporary disablement. It's a very common thing for the semilunar cartilages to be dislocated in games such as football. The kneecap too is readily dislocated, but total dislocation of the knee is very rare and only the result of great violence. Okay, so interestingly, in 1950, they call the meniscus in the knee, which is the cartilage, the semilunar cartilage. So semilunar, I can see where they've got that term because it's like half a moon, and that is indeed the shape of the cartilage. We don't use that term now. We refer to it as the meniscus in the knee. Now, it says that these cartilages can dislocate. That's certainly not a term we use at all. They can become bruised, they can become torn, but they certainly don't dislocate. The kneecap, as it said there, that's very true. That does dislocate, and as it says there, the whole knee dislocating is very rare and is a result of a very big trauma. So that was really interesting. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I do look forward to catching you next time. Bye-bye.